You know, I've been thinking. With all these cars on the road, and with all these crazy, heedless drivers, nowadays you have to be more careful than ever. When you drive, I mean.
You're right. You're very right. You know, I think that's the reason why I don't want to learn how to drive. It gives me a very tense feeling. Oh, not all the time, just when I'm riding in a car.
Actually, there's no reason to feel tense. I mean, if you just watch things closely, there's nothing to worry about. You drive for a few years and you become very skillful at recognizing the trouble spots.
I guess so. But what bothers me is those people that just turn in front of you without any warning. I mean, it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, I can't even enjoy the trip. I get so scared.
Me too. Well, actually, I don't get scared. It's a different but related kind of emotion. It feels like all my senses and all my involuntary reactions come together and they help to save me from an accident.
Oh, I understand. At least I think I do. But with me, I don't think it would work that way. I just get scared and freeze at the wheel. That's how I am about all those kinds of situations. I mean, it's not just cars. It's that everything mechanical is just completely beyond my understanding.
I know. It upsets me to watch you trying to open a can. I think you're the only person I've known who could murder himself with a can opener.
And it's not just can openers, it's everything mechanical. You know those little tubes that makeup comes in, you turn them and the makeup comes up?
Yes.
For me, half the time I turn them and nothing happens. Then the other half of the time when they do go up, I can't get them to go back down again.
Oh.
So lately I don't turn them at all. I just leave it in there and take it out with a brush.
How do you do? I'm Bruno Kaufman. And I'm not related to anyone else named Kaufman, if that's what you're going to ask me. And this is Sylvie Myers.
Hello.
I feel I should tell you. So you don't think we're just bursting in or anything like that. Well, we're friends of Sheldon's, and he asked us.
What an interesting group of friends you have. And your apartment, too. What I mean is, it looks very different, or very typical, depending on your point of view. What I mean is, you would think it was set up for an expose in Reader's Digest, or do-it-yourself in Playboy.
All worthwhile theology nowadays is scientific. Now think about Moses and the burning bush. We know it was exactly 4 p.m. Now at 4 p.m. in Palestine, the sun would be just about here. And the bush right about here. And Moses would be standing here.
Pardon me, I'm embarrassed to have to bother you, but may I have a light, please?
Now, we know from Simonson that Moses was nearsighted. Don't ask me how we know, but it's an accepted fact.
Forgive me for saying so, but I would think I could do better by myself.
Now, to Moses, it would seem as if the bush were much closer to the sun than it would seem to a person with normal vision, huh? Well, obviously, this doesn't entirely explain what Moses saw. To understand that, we must know something about the quality of the heat waves on the Sinai Peninsula. And the 1964 study by Carplus makes that perfectly clear to us.
Sometimes I surprise myself with very strange thoughts. They come to me when I'm walking down the street, looking at people and things. I get the feeling that I'm all alone, like I'm invisible. I think no one can see me, and yet I can see everything they do. I can even read their minds, know their intimate thoughts. I know where they're going, what they're doing. I guess you'd say I identify. But I do it so much it scares me. It's an identity crisis. I'm unsure of myself. I don't know who I am. I keep pictures of myself. My wallet's full of them. And I keep checking them to make sure I'm still myself. I have to look at myself in a mirror. I look at myself for I don't know how long. Sometimes I think I'm beautiful today. And this is such a wonderful day. And I've on such a lovely dress. I like the style, short but tight in the hips. Or is it too tight? It didn't fit like this last week. Why is it so tight? I'm gaining weight, I know it. I'm gaining lots of weight. I'm fat. That's why they're looking at me. Because I'm fat.
Well, obviously, we met at some Grandma's house at that wonderful party she had last year. It was a very lovely party. In fact, I can't remember when I've enjoyed myself as much.
It's funny I don't remember. I think I'd remember a party like that.
Well, actually, you do. You really do. But it's buried in your subconscious mind. But I would guess that a psychiatrist could get you to remember. Do you know a psychiatrist?
Yeah, I guess I do.
Well, then maybe you should go to see him.
Be too upsetting for me.
Well, you shouldn't get upset about seeing a psychiatrist.
He's my father.
Oh, well, that could be a problem. You'd be embarrassed to tell him anything.
No, I'd be embarrassed because I don't have anything to tell him.
Hello.
Hello.
I know what you're doing.
Well, it's very observant of you. In fact, I would say you have excellent powers of observation. Of course, that's just a spot judgment. Actually, I have no real long-lasting knowledge of your powers of observation at all.
Do you know what I'm doing?
No. As a matter of fact, I don't.
I'm trying to attain Samsara. At a particular point, my Atman will unite with the Brahman, and I'll be at one with the universe. Like Donald here, he's at one with the universe.
He looks sick.
To an unbeliever, perhaps.
Well, I certainly wish you the best of luck, and I hope everything unites just like you want it to.
I know what you're doing.
As a matter of fact, I hoped you'd forgotten that. It might block you at becoming one with the universe.
No, I haven't forgotten. In fact, I was wondering whether I should scream or not.
Of course, that would only make a lot of fuss and trouble.
Besides, it was probably only your first time. You look so very amateurish.
Amateurish?
I mean, you look so incompetent.
I didn't know that. But now that you've said so, I guess I'm glad you feel that way about it.
Glad?
Yes. You see, I started out a few years ago by acting cool and sharp. Not just about this kind of thing, but it marked my entire character. I would find myself becoming terse and brief. Well, the truth of the matter is I saw what was happening. And I decided to change, to become more open, if you see what I mean. I became more receptive to people and their personalities. Everything in life, even this kind of thing, became more friendly and spontaneous. I suppose if you'd seen me then, you would have thought that I was amateurish and incompetent. But it wasn't true. And so I began all over again, acting sharp and silent and everything. And so again I changed. Now maybe that makes me look incompetent and amateurish and I don't know what else. But God, I'm already 4 steps away from that and I'm not even 30 yet. Do you understand?
Hey, mister, will you sit me up? It gets stuck sometimes and I'm not strong enough to pull it up. Thank you, mister.
Did our love begin? And where did you come from? When did we start to sin? And what do I run from? I have a chilling feeling I'll go mad. It's not a feeling I have often had. But if you hold my hand and try to understand, I'll try to let you know exactly how I feel. There's danger in your eyes, there's danger in your lips, there's danger in your touch, your icy fingertips. I play a tempter's role, I'm sadly going mad. I'm losing my control, I'm madly going mad. My love wells up within me like a fire. It's brimming over, but it still flies hard. So darling, kiss me now and put out the flame, and I will kiss you too and do the same. There's danger in your hair, there's danger in your skin, there's danger when I walk through places you have been. So, darling, please be fair. Give me your answer true. And tell me that you'll swear to love me and I love you. Thank you.
You know, don't you, how I've been making a very conscious effort lately to achieve a warm appreciation of all humanity?
Yes?
Well, now I think that very gradually I'm beginning to feel the whole thing swing back the other way.
I don't mean to imply that you're doing anything wrong. But did you ever think that by being indecisive like that, you might tend to diminish the confidence people might otherwise have in you?
People.
Well, me. I'm people. And I want very badly to have confidence in you. Oh, but you make it very difficult.
How?
By implying that you're going to change sometime soon.
There's this statement that I've often admired.
What I mean is basically, is that one's friends and loved ones would appreciate having a person be very much the same in the long run, from day to day.
There's this statement.
Oh, it could be very disconcerting. I mean, all the time I've known you, you've been yourself, and I've liked you. Now you say you want to be some other way. And I don't know if I like it or not.
Be true first unto thine own self.
What?
That's a statement I've often admired.
Oh. I used to think you were very sincere about everything you did and said. Well, almost everything. But now when you act funny like this, I just don't know anymore.
Well, the only sensible way to look at it is that I was still sincere, even about my insincerity.
Well, I'll sleep on that.
You tired?
Oh, Dad, aren't you?
Well, as a matter of fact, no. In fact, I'm very much awake. In a mental way, of course.
Well, with me, it's very different. I'm tired mentally as well as otherwise.
Well, in spite of that, and realizing it's been a very tiring night, I wonder whether you wouldn't mind moving a little bit closer.
I wouldn't mind. I really wouldn't. But as a matter of fact, the sheet happens to be all bunched and wrinkled up. And I'm just too tired to try to get it untangled now. It's like I was saying before about can openers and things. It's like it's mechanical and it's too much for me.
Well, you know, I don't have any such feeling about mechanical things. I could get up, I could walk around to your side of the bed, and I could get in. And then we could leave the tangled part all alone. And maybe it would work itself out by morning.
You're putting me on.